EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Watch the screen.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Check him.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
To throw, it's Lance.
Let's bring it.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Deuce.
They'll run for the first time here in Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and 3.
Black 40. Scoop. Army.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch the screen.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Lance going to throw.
I got you, son.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long run, and he can't connect. Finds a seam inside the 40, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive linebackers, you're exactly right. We're getting a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw here. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Bandit.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike 34, Mike 34.
Lance now to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
34. Hey, watch the lane.
34. Let's go, G.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Second and 10.
95.
Check him.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Twist.
Twist, twist.
Watch the safety creep.
Striker. Check striker.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short lead for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is it just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit.
54,
Put it all together. They've got a chance of
coming. Right back to Swift again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
60 Eagles!
First and 10 at Swift. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Oh, yeah!
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready up.
4 yards remain for second down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
19 right.
They'll look to throw here.
Coming after you. Coming after you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the 45 on second down, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
38.
34. Wild Bill. Mike 34. Scoop. Let's go.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And some space here. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
Ready. Blue 32.
Mike, 34.
Check the out.
Hey, go steal.
Check. Lucky.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ready.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Kill.
These two teams all tied after one. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hey, go Fury.
Kill.
Switch.
And we get to the middle of that Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 2-3. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I'm here all day.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
Look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
55. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Now back to throw.
Come on, boy.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Rush in.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. 2nd and 20.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Can't hang with us.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Right there. 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Get him, boy.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hatch it. Hatch it.
Plants a handoff here to Mosley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5.
Mike 34. Mike 34. Get your swerve on. Watch safety creep.
Striker.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 55 rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I got him.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Lance.
Strip that ball.
His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check Mike 21.
I don't even know what.
Here's Lance to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say, a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open weekend coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
It's our time. It's our time.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Watch 54.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Quintez Cephas. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
Set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had it punted away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. Hey, we're going Mike 34.
Off the play action. Here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They're not ready. Check Fury. They're not ready for this. They ready.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey. 34's the mic. 34's the mic.
Working from the gun, Lance. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Check him. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go, hey.
From midfield, here's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's second and 10.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
From the gun, it's Lance. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
I'm coming.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10.
Fresno.
Spike, White.
Again, it's Lance. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Come on, let's go.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On the jump. What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the pass.
2nd and 9 now. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll set up a throw. Well, there's Gallup. Nice catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. This returnable for Ayuk. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike 60. I got him. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And that's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Hey, check. Slice blue. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Y'all not ready. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Lance looking to throw it.
You can't block me.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Shotgun now for Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
That certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Cougar 19. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's go.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
That's it, baby.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw.
Let's go, tackle, let's go.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go, D-type.
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Double dog.
He'll look to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Here's second and a yard.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, tight.
You go tight.
Panther 60.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and run it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They find some open field here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. But they went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch. Check it, hot read.
19 Tiger.
Running is Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to hit 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their own, bend their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 19-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 72. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Here's a hit off to Swift. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll look to throw. Thrown out left side by Robinson. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Demarcus Robinson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I got you. I got you.
Hey, check. Mike 21. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. This is Shenault on the receiving end. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, let's get this. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Come off the ball hard.
Drill green. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Stay with your man.
Lance going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lance into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready up. Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again on second down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Check 3, check 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, watch.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go, baby. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Lance now to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a core part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
75 yards on the ground for him so far.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Down.
2nd down at 4.
Mike 34.
Ricky.
Mega.
Wide, get wide.
Stay on the ground with Mostert. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, watch the edge.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Here's Lance. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
I got wide. 34's the mic. 34's the mic.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Goal with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bring it up.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54. Let's go, defense. Our time.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 70 Timberwolf. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, that QB 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, check, Mike.
They'll look to throw here.
Yeah, let's get a sack.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
From the gun, here's Swift. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time.
They look to throw.
Let's get off the
And
field.
that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news,
Mike
plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, Lance's throw held in by Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check, 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 check.
Running the counter with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek Barnes in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
34 is the mic. 34 is the mic. Hey.
Back to throw. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
Operating from the gun, Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on fourth down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Watch the run.
Hey, check mega.
Slam.
They're going for it with the option right. They run with Mostert off the option. First down and a little extra for Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to do.
Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Get in the weight room.
And this one is incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
I'm coming.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is Robinson, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Time to go.
He'll look to throw. Kadero Hodge has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Keep it up, guys.
Mike.
They'll look to throw.
Hey, pick your game up.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game.
It's game, baby.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Come on.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
I got you, punk.
34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check smash. Check smash.
Alert 3.
Shift.
Run.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. Black 40.
34.
Stop your whining.
Mike 34. Scoop. What we got?
Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
18 Cardinal.
Watch 54.
Back to throw. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now back to throw.
I'm coming.
And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding of where they are in the field?
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler.
54. Mike 54.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Right there. 54. Right there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. Let's see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the